You ever feel like the childlike wonder of opening packs full of random cards and sticking your favorites into a deck has been sucked out of the game? Decks today are all about optimizing hand trap ratios and playing the most optimal strategies possible, but where's the fun in that? In this series, we're trying to get to the highest rank in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Master 1, by only opening Master Packs after every single win. But since we have already reached Diamond, we have entered Master Mode. Now we take 2 Master Packs after every single win. Credit to Cimo and Hausman for inventing. Playing Master Duel Masochist makes me feel like I'm playing a totally new game. But do you know what else can make you feel like you're playing a totally new game?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, we are back with another episode, and today you guys have mentioned that I have a lot of anti-Maliss cards, and that's true. I do have a lot of anti-Maliss cards. We played against a lot of Maliss last episode. We suffered very, very greatly. Maliss it's just a very difficult deck to beat, and we have a lot of anti-Maliss cards, stuff like Chaos Hunter, Phantasme. So I converted our going second trap deck to make it a going first trap deck. I made it 50 cards. This is basically what it is here. It's this. I could make it 40 cards. I could cut stuff like Needle Sealing, perhaps. Like this other, I could cut the Paleozoics, for example, but they do give us free grind game. But I cut a lot of things out. I cut the card that special summons a monster back from the graveyard. I cut that card out. I cut the Vigion package out temporarily. But we're playing a lot of things, like I said. We put some going first trap cards like Solemn Warning and stuff in. But there's still a lot of versatility here where we can go second. I kept some of the going second cards like Lightning Storm because we are setting 5. So sometimes we'll set 5, go through the traps, come back to our turn, Lightning Storm because everything's set. And then we also have Alpha because I think Alpha is just too good not to play. It's just 3,000 attack. Our opponent's most of the time going to have more attack than we are. It's kind of like another Kashtira Ogre, except you can't summon it if your opponent controls nothing, which kind of sucks. But Kashtira Ogre we can always summon. But basically this deck is kind of the deck that I've always kind of been envisioning, which is a bunch of big monsters and a bunch of really good trap cards. And that is probably a decent strategy for us right now, particularly against Maliss. Also, we're actually playing Super Poly because we do have the Earth Golem Adagnister, which is great against Super Poly, and we also have Starving Venom and the Predaplant, this Predaplant right here, and as you can see, all of the Maliss cards, from what I can fathom, are all dark. Also, yeah, all of them are dark, so I have nothing really to worry about in that department. Alright, we've lost a coin flip. The hand's not looking too bad because we do have Alpha. We just gotta, okay. The problem with that is that they didn't actually summon anything. We could, okay, I'll take it. I don't know what happened. Maybe they bricked, but Mr. Ale did not work out for him. Alright, this is what our opponent was playing. They were playing Heroes. Something didn't work out. I don't know what it was, but I don't even remember what my hand was because they scooped so quick. I didn't even know. What would you even set? Like Max C, like what Ash block, like what are you even setting in this deck that is better than summoning it? Like what did they have? What did they have? I have no idea. But part of the thing that sucks in terms of the replays of this game is that you actually can't see what your opponent ever had, which kind of sucks. Alright, let's open up a free master pack and see what we get here. Hopefully it's something good. It's glowing. It's positive news. That's positive news for sure. Yep, there it is. There's a holo. We've got Magnet Conversion, Tie Dangle, Angel. Actually, I meant to click on Magnet Conversion. 3 Magnet Warriors, add them to your hand. If this card is in your graveyard, banish this card. Target 1 special summon. That's not bad. Decent effects there. Cyber Sage, Mass Hypnosis, Phantom Knight King. We have like 5 or 6 copies of this at this point. Let's see what this is. We've got Abyss Actor, Abyss Playhouse, Fantastic Theater. So this is requires, yeah, and one in your hand. This requires it to be you to be playing an extremely pure deck, like a very, very pure Abyss Actor deck, because you have to have enough Abyss Actors and Abyss Scripts so that you can reveal them, so you can search. It's very, yeah, it's very it's very, very specific. It needs specifically this. It can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna throw it into a generic pendulum pile. Like it needs to be played in Abyss Actors. Okay, people ask me to check things out, so I'll check Abyss Actors just because I know we have a lot of them. Yeah, we have a ton of them. We're missing Wild Hope and like that little girl, her leading lady. We're missing her. We're missing this new one, Twinkle Star. We're missing that. We're missing the UR boss monster. Hyper Director's a Link 1. We're missing a lot from this deck. We have a lot, but we're also missing a lot, so I don't think this is going to work anytime soon. But somebody also asked me, and I can't believe somebody asked me this, but they asked me to look into Arcana Force to see which ones we have. Gotta go to related cards. This is what we have for Arcana Force. They said because I pulled this card's outrageous, and I should look into the other stuff. This is what I have. So this is the new card, Light Force, missing it. I think I'm missing, I don't know if I'm missing the original. Yeah, there's the original field spell. Missing that. I have 3 copies of Arcana Force EX. Sounds like a Pokemon card, the Dark Ruler. Missing him. And then we have like the Fiend and like random ones here. We're missing a couple here and there, but like we have a lot of it, but we're missing a lot of the URs and the SRs and stuff like that. We basically just have him. Other than that, we're missing still a ton. Okay, we managed to win this coin flip, which is cool. We have a decent hand, actually, a pretty decent hand. This card's like a poor man's Solemn Strike. We have Cashier Ogre and a bunch of trap cards. I mean, I'll take that. Cashier Ogre right there. Place the trap cards. Everything's good. Yeah, I'll place the trap cards. Call it a night. If we have to destroy our own Cashier Ogre because of Needle Sealing, I'll take it. I will most certainly take that. And then we've got, like I said, this is basically Solemn Strike. We have a Fiendish Chain. Ferret Flames is pretty good. Although that one requires a little bit of setup to be good. I'm mad that we haven't pulled more of it, actually, because that's another card that you can like build a deck around, because then I can like play cards that pay life points. Sekka's Light. Well, at least we know he's not going to have back row removal, so that's good. And at least we know Cashier Ogre will be resolving, because a monster effect will be activated. So at least that's good. Yep, he's going to do that. My side wants to do Iceland Mermails. Okay. Okay, well, at least we know he's not going to have... He does have back row removal, but it takes a little bit of effort. Yep, he's going to activate this. Discard special. Okay, yep, can't do anything yet. Trigger this dude. Trigger this dude. One adds a Mermail. One is Cashier Ogre. Kind of chain blocking here, right? So this, yeah, this misses timing. He's chain blocking, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe I just have to click cancel, but I think it's better just Ogre here. Whatever big monster he summons, I'm just gonna strike or not strike. I'm just gonna use the Trap Hole card on that. Yeah, we'll go 5 cards and see what's happening here. We'll banish one of them that he might need. What seems like a one-of? This card seems like a good one-of, so I'm gonna banish it. Nothing's gone. That's the perfect thing that you can do with that deck, is to banish a really good one of. What did we just reveal? Did we just reveal Call By with Sekka's Light? Call By with Sekka's Light? Okay. Interesting. To shotgun Sekka's Light when you're playing Call By in the deck is quite a decision. And be able to search too. This deck is not easy to beat, by the way. I may have to Needle Sealing despite not wanting to, and I may have to... I'm going to leave Needle Sealing as a last resort, but I really do not want to Needle Sealing, because Needle Sealing is dangerous. Yep, he's going to summon the Atlantean, Depth Abyss, send 1, add 1. He's going to send Dragoons. Then what does he get to add? Atlantean card. I mean, he's going to be able to add anyway, so I think it's fine. We're just like I said, we'll save our interruptions for the bigger monsters. I think that's the smartest thing to do. He still hasn't even normal summoned yet, so that's, you know, another scary aspect to all of this. So he's going to add another copy of that. He's playing 2. And then he's going to add another one. That's cool. Usually, if he like starts the duel, usually I will imperm this, but this guy's already got like such a great hand right now that it doesn't, I don't think he would even be useful. He really does. He already has like so much great stuff in his hand. He's gonna send one to special that. Yep. So he can destroy one of our face-up cards. So at this point, Needle Sealing is kind of like a foregone conclusion. I might as well just activate it because... Okay. Yeah, it's at this point like a foregone conclusion. I might as well just activate the Needle Sealing now while there's 4 cards on the field. He's going to target the Fiendish Chain. Is there a way to order this? That's good. Can I order this to negate this? He's going to return it anyway. I think no matter what, because of the chain links, it's going to get returned regardless. So it doesn't matter. We might as well just Needle Sealing here. Yeah, we might as well just Needle Sealing. There's no point to do it any other way. We'll just Needle Sealing, destroy the field. That'll get returned. And then... Now I basically have 1 interruption. Unfortunately, I only have 1 interruption, which would be the Trap Trick, Trap Hole Nightmare is my only interruption. This deck is really good. I'll be honest with you though, the Atlantean Mermail deck is really, really, really good. He did not normal summon, and like a lot of the cards, it's like a mix of old and new cards. So there's a lot of cards on here that are just straight up not once per turn. Like you can use them 25 times in a turn and they don't even like certain ones, like this is once per turn, but there's other ones like Dragoon, not once per turn. There goes my Fiendish Chain. This triggers. There's like cards legitimately just not once per turn. You could do them 40 times. It's going to summon the Deep Sea Relicanth King. This guy is really good, and I definitely have to use the Trap Trick, Trap Hole Nightmare on him. He is outrageously good. I can't let him resolve at all. Then again, this guy is like, he has too many things going for him. He basically started the duel with a Pot of Greed. In terms of the Sekka's Light, he basically started with that, and now it's just been going further and further and further. I'm 100% going to use the effect of Trap Trip. Yep, I have to use it on him, because this summons way too many monsters. Well, this would summon 2 fish at this point, but that's too many, so I get to destroy also that big-ass monster. I am getting my Fiendish Chain back, but I don't think it's going to be enough at all. And now he's going to be able to make a rank 4 here. Bahamut Shark. I don't even know what that summons because Toad is banned, right? I think it's banned. I don't know. Okay, he's going to summon this little worm. Detach, add a fish, Sea Serpent. Okay. This can add a Virtue Stream. What the hell is Virtue Stream? Oh, this. Target one. That's pretty good. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Why doesn't he play this? Just going to battle phase? Cool. I don't... If you're going to make this, you might as well play that Virtue Stream. Like, why would you not? He didn't search anything. Yeah, that card seems pretty damn good. If you're going to make that thing with the Bahamut Shark, it's pretty good. Make a Coralline enemy. Okay. He only attacked with 1 monster because Bahamut Shark can't attack if you use its effect. He's going to summon something back. He could have actually searched 2 of those streams if he really wanted to. Yeah, banish 1 card. Okay. Wooling Glacia. How many monsters does he have in graveyard? Not way too many. So we got our Fiendish Chain back. I need to draw something useful here. I'll take it. I'll take it, I guess. I mean, I have no choice. And I have no monster, so I'll just pass. I mean, what I really needed right now was a monster. That's what I needed. I also could have, in theory, reserved Mr. I could have reserved the original opening hand. I could have reserved the Kashtira over. That's what I could have done, actually. He's going to do something with Dragoon, yep. Or something else. I don't know what he just did. Sekka's Light again. Alright, he's gonna... use this effect. I mean, every single card adds a level 3 water monster. Like, every single card that they have adds a low level water monster. Like, stopping one isn't going to change anything because they all do it. Like, it doesn't... I might as well save them for, like, when they make a big monster, and then I use Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare on that big monster. Because they all do that exact same thing. Like, this right here, he activates an effect with this card, then I just Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare, and I get to wipe a big monster off the board. If he's going to activate this... depending on what he targets, I might use the Trap Hole. He's going to target Neptibus. I'm going to go ahead and use the Fiendish Chain, only because I can't use this because it has to be the same turn. So I'll just do that, negate this effect, and now next turn I don't have to worry about this card again. Plus he can't attack, so that's good. And if he decides to do something with this, I destroy it, and if he decides to link these two away, then I just... if that activates an effect, I just destroy it. So, perfect. See, I could just destroy this whenever he uses this effect. Okay, he's going to chain block. Just first send target one card, shuffle it into the deck. He's going to shuffle back Sekka's Light. Cool. Battle phase, or just straight battle phase. And this doesn't have any relevant effects. I guess this is more of like an end board card. I gotta give it a quicker. Another Trap Hole, Trap Hole, Trap Trick, Nightmare. Your opponent cannot target water monsters. This card points to with effects. Good to know. If a water monster is sent to the graveyard activated, you can take one, equip, add it to your hand. If this card is in its owner's possession, is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can add one Atlantean. Okay, so this basically requires... it requires something. This card requires something to be done for it to, like, actually do something. He has something that he can activate here. What in the world can he activate? Okay, he's going to activate this. Discard a card, draw a card. Discarding call by. Drawing a card. Does that trigger water monsters if they're discarded? Maybe, I don't know. Atlantean cards. What is good is that it's fine that we're kind of like losing life points here, because we have the Ferret Flames, unless he bounces it right now. And he's going to summon this dude out. Send one Atlantean. I'm going to go ahead and definitely negate that with my... never mind, I'm not going to negate that. Target this. I might as well. Might as well. This is not once per turn. Might as well just destroy this. Might as well destroy this. Nope, don't want to activate Ferret Flames yet. He did send the Atlantean dude, so that gets destroyed. Cool. And then he gets to trigger the Atlantean Prince. He might even be able to trigger this. Yeah, you can take an equip, yep, so you can be able to do that. His deck does a lot, and it's insane that we're even on card advantage. And what's even more insane is that if I resolve Ferret Flames, we're really going to be, like, we might be up on card advantage. And that's insane considering the fact that he basically started with essentially Pot of Greed. He basically started with that, so we can even things out. That'll be pretty impressive. And we've stopped some pretty big cards. Pretty important cards. Like if we've stopped things like this, the Deep Sea Relicanth King. We're just like one big monster away from really making things happen here. We just have to draw something. Like, and this is the duel where like I would have loved to see a Phantasme. I hate that we see Phantasme at like the worst of times, because Phantasme in this duel would have been phenomenal. Like phenomenal. He would have been great. Chaos Hunter would have been great. Prevents banishing. Gonna summon this. Yep, sure. I'm gonna wait for one attack and then I'm gonna... unfortunately, he's got exactly 36 right here. So if he like attacks with this, so never mind, no need to even waste my breath. Ice Jade. Okay. Ice Jade. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna let this attack go through. And then I'm gonna make him get rid of both his cards. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So that attack's going to go through. And now I'm going to activate Ferret Flames. And that'll shuffle back both, and I won't have to deal with the graveyard effect of this. And he can activate this, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. He makes it so he can't be banished, that's fine. or destroyed or something like that. But it's getting shuffled by him, by the way, not by me. So you can banish my card. That's fine. He has to resolve this. They get shuffled into the deck. Nothing to do with me. Perfect. Made phase 2 and phase perfect. So now we're really on thin ice. I need to draw a monster bad. That's not bad. I'll take that. Can't summon it right now, but that's not bad. I'll take it. Do we even have monsters? Oh yeah, we have Storming Air Force. I was going to say, did I leave any trap cards that I can activate that are left over? Damn, he has another one of these freaking cards. Oh man. Damn, we had him on the ropes too. We had him. That's all he had is a bum-ass hand trap that he couldn't use. We had this dude on the ropes. Yeah, this is a really close duel. Considering how things started, I really need to draw a monster that I can summon immediately, and that's not bad actually. With the graveyard effects he's got, that's actually not bad. I'll definitely take that, and it burns for 2,000. That's not bad. I gotta just make shit happen right now. I really need to make shit happen. It's insane we're up in card advantage, considering he started with a Pot of Greed. Actually, it was better than a Pot of Greed. It's a Pot of Greed, then another Pot of Greed. It's a Pot of Greed, and then it lets you discard and draw. It's like he started with that. He's playing Atlanteans. He started incredible. I honestly did not think that I would be this far into this duel. Like, I didn't think that I would actually... Oh my god, please! Jesus Christ, Phantasme. Where have you been the entire duel? An end phase here. This is the one thing that sucks too, is I'm relying on my opponent to play for me to play, which is bad. It's never good. Relying on your opponent to play for you to play is not... Damn it. Just a monster, please. Like, goes in against the water deck. The positive thing is that if I set this, I can activate it immediately. That's the one positive, and then I have 2 darks, so I can use them even under Gozen. The problem is he's also got a full water deck, and Gozen at this point will actually hurt me more than it hurts him. So at least I can summon... Okay, I may actually go through with this. The problem is if I go through with this, then I'll make a decision during my turn, because I can do that anytime. Let's see, what do we have here? Oof. That's not bad. Okay, gotta do this. Yep, activate this. Activate the Archfiend. You gotta get some attacks in here. Yep, want to put... Yep, we'll do this. We'll set a Storming for free. Cool. Alright, we'll go to battle. And then if we activate another trap, we also have more to do. Any scoops. That is insane. That was an insane win. That's actually insane. Okay, here's what our opponent was playing. They were playing a pretty standard version of this. Other than the fact that Call by the Grave was randomly in a deck that also had Sekka's Light. Other than that, this is a pretty well-built deck. I actually can't believe we beat it. We evened out the card advantage. We did a lot. He probably ran through most of his engine, so what he was left drawing was stuff like Gamma Seal and Nibiru and like a bunch of nonsense that he couldn't use in Ash and Maxi. Like, he was just drawing that and the Foot Mole Charm. I think he was just drawing that stuff because he had run through all of the really, really good cards already. And there was like very little like good stuff that he could recycle. I don't know the exact in and outs of it, but he did go through like most of the main engine. He definitely went through these, he went through these, he went through these. So he's probably stuck on some really, really unsavory cards. Alright, so let's open a Master Pack. This one was very well deserved, actually. Very well deserved. We got a holo in here. Good to see. I'm happy with it. We got a beautiful holo, maybe. Never mind. Hawk. Watt Fox. Irrelevant. Battle Cruiser. Haunted Zombies. Doesn't work. That thing sucks. There's a new card, so I'm happy for that. Dragonian Special Summon it. Not the worst. Time Gazer and one of the Gaia cards. Unfortunately, these are not usable for us. I mean, I guess we have another Time Gazer. Other than that, not much I can do with this stuff. Alright, we just lost the coin flip. But, damn. Yeah, our opponent's got the full Maliss board. Hopefully they're playing Maliss. We've got Phantasme, so that's good. And we built this deck to beat Maliss, but we didn't. We drew Phantasme, which is Phantasme is good, but we didn't draw like Lancia and the stuff you really need to beat Maliss. The turn-ending Maliss stuff. This is more of like a... It's not really a turn-ender. This is more of like just a turn... Whatever. Won't end the turn, but Phantasme is cool. I play against a lot of Maliss. There's a lot of Royal Rare Maliss out there. It's almost impossible to play against a Maliss player and them not have a Royal Rare. We can summon this on turn 1. Why not? We'll do that. We'll summon it on turn 1. We'll get some advantage going. They have probably a Maxi. No, they have a Chessy Cat. Whatever. March Hare, not Chessy Cat. Yeah, that's cool. Whatever. So we have Phantasme. A lot of interesting stuff going on right now. We have this. We're going to be able to set the Mirror Force from deck. Get some advantage on their turn, which is cool. Again, we did essentially assemble this deck to beat Maliss. Now, if I remember correctly, they do summon multiple Link monsters as was like later into their board. What do we have here? Maliss and Mirror. Damn, that sucks. Fuck. Well, if it wasn't this, it was going to be Phantasme. So, regardless, I think we were going to lose a monster. I guess it's getting lost now. The Maliss and the Mirror. Oh, never mind. That just negates. That doesn't banish. I thought it banished my monster, too. Like I said, Maliss is all over the ladder right now. You cannot escape Maliss. There's nothing you can do. You are running into Maliss. Maliss is damn near everywhere. Yep, there comes Link Disciple. What does this one do? This one special summons back. I can summon this. Tribute one monster. This card points to. Draw a card. They usually summon another monster, so we'll wait for them to summon 2 and then we'll go Phantasme. Because they're almost guaranteed to Monster Reborn. Oof. That is just not, that's like out of, not even in, out of archetype. Now, he probably will make this into another Link monster. He could just tribute it. The point is, he will be summoning another Link monster, so I don't have to like stress about this Phantasme. It will become relevant. It's just, it takes time sometimes. Yeah, like right now he's going to make another Link monster. Like, it's whatever. Splash Mage. Splash Mage is going to summon back. Cyber's monster graveyard special summon back in defense position. It's cool. We'll just let him keep. I'm going to wait for him to summon 2 Link monsters, hopefully. This guy's been like abusing the same White Rabbit. He pulled a Royal Rare. He is getting his money's worth. He is summoning back this Royal Rare over and over and over again. He's going to link into a Link 2 now. He's going to summon Red Ransom. Yeah. Again, I can Phantasme here, but this end board I swear has more Link monsters than this. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for him to summon a Link monster. I'm gonna get a little greedy here. Because I need every card I can get because I'm playing against this deck. It will suck though if we draw like Chaos Hunter or like one of those cards, or Lancey or something. It'll suck if we draw one of those cards after it's already too late, but it is what it is. Like if we drew into this or drew into that, that would really suck. But what can you do? Banish the Chessy Cat. Yep. Lock himself into links. He's gonna banish, draw 2. Yeah, this deck is outrageously good. If we had gone first, there's a good shot we could have. Like with this hand, we actually probably would have won if we had gone first. Because we have, what do we have? Phantasme, Labyrinth, Ring, Fiendish, Trip, Track, Hole Mount. I mean, honestly, I think with this hand, there's a solid shot we would have won. There's a very solid shot we would have won if we had gone first. We made an Access Code Talker on turn 1, Royal Rare, dripped out. What is with this guy? What's the point of that? He's going to chain block us? Yep. I can't respond with the Phantasme. But when he summons, if he summons another Link monster, then I can respond. This guy might be one of those weirdos that just makes like a very odd play and I end up not getting to use my Phantasme. Which, you know, shit happens. That does happen from time to time. Sometimes people make such odd plays that it actually hurts me. He's going to banish to destroy this Labyrinth Archfiend, which is negated anyway. But I guess he gets to do this. Red Ransom thing, okay. Yeah, I swear, I think if I had gone first, I probably would have won. I honestly could have won if I had gone first. Now I activate Phantasme, right? Or is this when it's Link Summon specifically? Yep, I think he's going to Link Summon again, so I'm not too worried. I think now would be the time to Phantasme. Unless he's going to make a Link 2 out of these other ones. I think this would be the time to Phantasme. I get 2 draws, let's not get too greedy. So we're going to Phantasme now. Don't want to get too greedy. Summon this. Defense mode. Yep, draw 3. Select cards. How many do we +1? We keep 1 or something like that. Ball Drake, does this do anything of relevance? Actually, it does something of relevance, because when you summon something, I can banish it. I can Tribute Phantasme, banish. Needle Sealing School. This might be a little late. This might be a little late. Put that back. This might be a little late. It's the turn it's special summon. So I like these three. I think I'll keep those. Yeah, I think I'll keep the Ball Drake. So you have anything to banish here that won't negatively affect my life? No, they're all like Earths and Lights. I guess I can banish this, or I can banish this if I really want to. So now I'll go Bestial Ball Drake. And that'll provide me with an additional interruption. If I banish this, if this card's banished, you could blah, 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 blah for the rest of the turn. Okay. So we'll just banish this now. Yeah, we'll banish this now. So we'll just banish that. Cool. We are actually playing on turn 0, which is actually kind of impressive for what it is. Actually, yeah, we actually are kind of impressive right now. Actually, I really should have banished something else. I should not have... I should have banished one of the links, actually. I should have banished this. It's an Access Code Talker. He could just use Access Code Talker, but hopefully he doesn't. But he can technically use Access Code Talker to banish the Destroyer right now. I want him to obviously summon something else, then I just use Bestial Ball Drake. He's going to link 2 into Update Jammer. I can actually negate this summon, or not negate it, but I can banish this card by tributing. But what the hell is Update Jammer going to do? If your opponent... This makes a Link Monster gain a second attack. I don't really care about that, so I'll allow that, and I'll just wait for him to summon something else, and then I'll... Alright, well, never mind. He's going to do this. I technically can negate this. Do I negate and destroy, actually? Oh, actually, he doesn't target anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I probably can't respond to anything. Yeah, destroy one card. I couldn't respond anyway. So, I mean, I could have negated this Update Jammer summon, but it wouldn't have mattered. I had all these like turn 0 plays, but he like has all of this like stuff to counter it for some reason, and I don't know why. He just made an Access Code Talker. I have no idea why. It wasn't the logical thing to do, but it's completely working out for him. This is just not the logical thing for him to do. There was no reason for him to make an Access Code Talker. He's doing it for no reason. He just did it, and now it's like actually having a negative impact on the duel in terms of, for me. Like, he should have just made an Appaloosa. I have no idea why he made an Access Code Talker. It was completely the incorrect play, but it just so happened to work out because we drew 3 cards that play on turn 0, and it just happened to work out for him. Okay, so this is good. We can do some serious damage with this Ring of Destruction. We pop this, and then the rest are just the cherries on top. So we'll just set everything here. We'll set everything, put Chaining on, and just pass. That's not too shabby. So we go to his turn. We immediately pop him. We immediately pop this Ring of Destruction off because that'll limit what he can do in terms of paying life points. Unless we wait for him to pay life points again. Which one gains life points again? If this card's banished, you pay 900 life points special summon it. See, I want him to banish some of the little girls, because the little girls are 300 life points each. Now let me read this real quick. Target one face a monster opponent controls whose attack is less than or equal to their life points. We could actually squeeze out a win if he pays 300 life points 2 times and we activate Ring of Destruction, we win this duel. But if he pays 900 life points, then we don't. And I think that's worth the risk because we can potentially here, out of nowhere, just kind of win the duel. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think he's going to get greedy. And if he does get greedy, then we're good. Like if he pays 300 life points twice, we're good. Which I hope he does. So we'll see where this goes. Also, we also have like Needle Sealing as insurance. So if he goes straight to battle phase, I think we have a decent situation going for us. Okay, he's going to link here, which is fine. He's going to summon Maliss White Binder. Again, we just need him to banish one of the little girls. So this can make two attacks now. We can banish 3 cards in the graveyards. See, this is good but bad because we can potentially do stuff. Damn it, he's going to pay a little too many life points for me. I don't want him to pay that many life points. I don't want him to pay that many life points. Because then he'll pay... Actually, that's good. We might be able to work this out. We'll let him pay the life points. We'll see what he pays. Because he might not even pay to summon all of them. He might pay just... If he pays 600, he pays 900. But if he pays the others, we might be good. Again, we just got to get we're taking a little bit of a risk, but we just want there to be an exact quantity here. We'll save these interruptions for later, because it's really worked for us, actually. Because now, if he summons a monster that's 44, we just automatically render destruction and win the duel. But actually, I might just shotgun this. I might just shotgun this needle ceiling right now, because that'll destroy a lot of stuff. Yeah, that'll destroy a lot of stuff. Okay, see, he sent that. Maliss spell. I think right now wouldn't be a bad idea to needle ceiling, because we get rid of a lot of stuff. And then he's got to keep paying life points, so that's good. And then, yeah, he has a Maliss spell, but I think I have enough interruptions to lead through that. This is maximum amount of monsters I could potentially destroy. The only thing better than this would like to be to destroy a U-Link. Like this is like I'm destroying 6 monsters. Why get greedy now? It's a 1-for-6 trade. I'll take that 100% of the time. That's really good. Plus, you know, his deck like banishes a lot of stuff. So, end phase perfectly. I just need to draw a monster of some kind, and we're good. You can return some monsters to the extra deck. It's cool. And then this Ring of Destruction is still alive and can end a duel anytime. And then also the Fiendish Chain, and then also the Dogmatic Punishment. We really gotta pull something off the top of this deck right now. That's not bad, but it's just not appropriate right now. I don't have any. We'll see what we can do. That's not terrible though. It's not terrible, because if he manages to get to a Link monster, I summon Phantasma, I Ring of Destruction, and then I just attack directly. There's a lane there where we can win. All things considered, this duel's pretty even. Like, his deck is a world better than mine, and all things considered, we're in the running here, which is actually kind of impressive. Now, the problem is he's bricking, which means this is the one issue with this deck is sometimes it's like it's reactive. That's very good. That's very good. I wish I drew this dude more. This deck is very reactive, so sometimes we get into these like top deck wars where we can't play, and that sucks. But like this is very, very good. No need to do that. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Maliss, special summon 1 Maliss monster. That's fine. That is fine. We do have Dogmatic Punishment. We have Fiendish Chain. We have Ring of Destruction. We have some good stuff. Summon a Link monster. Okay, do I get to summon Phantasma? I believe I do, right? Because this just says, if your opponent special summons a Link monster, you can special summon. It just says Link monster. It doesn't summon from the extra deck. Can I not respond to that? Or is this during your opponent's turn? No, I can Phantasma. So he's going to banish 3, right? That's what he's doing. I'm not dealing with that because I'm going to Fiendish Chain. But also, I want to make sure to activate Phantasma. I want to activate Phantasma for sure. And I think, potentially here, we can win this duel. So we're going to summon Phantasma. Also, we're going to Fiendish Chain to get this guy wrapped up. And hopefully this is not an imperm. Because if it is, that kind of sucks for us. And then he played around it. He's going to use banish 1 face-up monster, target 1 face-up monster opponent controls, lose attack. Alright, well that sucks. That's a very, very specific world. Like this is such a specific card to this very specific situation, but it is what it is. So we'll summon this, able to draw 1. I think we have to put back. Oh no, we don't have to put back anything. We'll activate Kashtira Ogre. Oh, I don't have to put anything back, right? Because he got rid of the monster. I guess not. You can pay 900 special summon and pay 300 special. Again, if the math works out where it's like exact, we can actually squeeze out an easy win here. Just depends how things work out here. It's very possible, because if he keeps paying life points and I just like, I inflict a large amount, and he summoned in an attack mode on my turn. Like, dude, it's my turn. Why would you do that? Yep. I'm going to summon the binder. Draw a card. This will help me banish face down. It banishes face down, so at least that's good. That is a very interesting group of cards. That is a very interesting group of cards. Like, I don't even know what to banish. I kind of don't want him to see this. I kind of don't want him to see this either. Soul Release. This dude. MST. I don't even know what I don't want him to see. I guess this is instantly usable, so we'll get rid of that. No Dogmatic Punishment. Okay, how can I squeeze out a win here? And I don't think that I can. Okay, what can I send off of that? This Cloud Beast will let us return a card to the hand. You can do a little bit of damage here, a little bit of, I don't think there's a way to do. 52 here. I don't think there's a way. Because right here, we have 29 and 23 potentially. Wait, 29, 23. What's 29 plus 23? Is that 52? Is that exactly 52? That's insane. Yeah, I know. That is exactly 52. This shit's unreal. Ah, my God. They nerfed Ring of Destruction. I just remembered. Fuck. We actually had game there. If they didn't nerf Ring of Destruction years ago, for no reason, too. Like, they nerfed it and brought it back and, like, gave it the stupid errata. But we could have actually popped this, did 23 damage. Popped this, returned this, attacked with these two, we would have won. But they nerfed Ring of Destruction. I mean, come on. Okay. So I guess we just attack then. No need to do anything crazy. We just attack directly. Not attack directly. We attack. Do we attack Binder? I think we just attack Binder. Actually, no. We gotta do. Actually, this is the only one we can attack, I guess. Okay, so we'll just attack this white Binder. Never mind. He's got this dude. This will banish and then negate my monster's effects. If we can target, negate, destroy. There's no point to do this. It just negates my effects, so I don't really need to do this. I can discard to negate, but I'd rather save my Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare. It's good. It's fine. So I'll banish that. Continue attack. Yeah, I'll attack this again. There's really no point for him to do that. It just negates my monster effect. It's really sad that they nerfed this card because it really is a sad situation. We'll set these two in pass because I actually had a pretty good situation going there. But unfortunately, they did, like, if they did not nerf Ring of Destruction, this duel is over. But they did nerf Ring of Destruction. And they, honestly, this is the problem with erratas. This is a little bit of a tangent that I'm going off on for a second here. But there are a lot of cards that are errated at this point that, honestly, can be unerrated because the game has progressed so much. Or the game, not as much progressed, but the game has, the power creep has been so bad that a lot of these cards could actually completely change. Okay, that I can't do anything about at all. I'll take that. I mean, he'll MST my card. Like, there's been such bad power creep that some of these erratas, like Brain Control, for example, you can make Brain Control like how it used to be, and it wouldn't be a problem. You can bring this card back to its regular form, and it wouldn't be a problem. There's a lot of cards like that. This is, I guess we get rid of this Maliss, TB11, it's banished face down. And the rest were just like Cyber's pile, random stuff. Raigeki. Oh, this guy. That is so lucky. That is so lucky. Oh, man, that sucks for us. That sucks for us. Nothing I can do about that. Nothing at all. I lose my boys. And a soul release. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's about to banish a bunch of cards. Actually, his graveyard doesn't even have any Maliss. Actually, other than this white binder. And then he's got, we can banish my stuff, but I'm not using my monsters anyway right now. I have no recursion in this deck. Banish all his own cards, cool. Nothing I could do about that. These have graveyard effects, these spells. I know that has the graveyard effect, can't do anything about that. He's gonna draw 2. Draw also, not draw 2. White binder to banish. Again, he just there's nothing for him left to really banish. In his graveyard, he can banish my graveyard, but these cards I don't have recursion, so that's fine. I do not have recursion. Alright, I should have popped that before that happened. That was actually a misplay on my part. I should have popped before he can activate this. But then again, I'm kind of like saving resources for like a big monster that he drops out of nowhere. Going to link to probably into Access Code Talker, so I'm going to put Chaining on. But Access Code Talker is about to be big as hell. Going to summon Access Code Talker. He's going to target something in graveyard to gain attack. What levels are his monsters? He has a Link 3. He does, so it's about to be 53. I don't have anything that's big enough to get over this Access Code Talker. I think we just get cooked here. Yeah, because the biggest monster we have is 5-headed. Yep, that's gone. He can actually pop my other card too, and there's nothing I can do about it. That just sucks. I saved those resources for such a long time, and then just like they just got lost because of this Access Code Talker. I should have just popped those two when they were on the board. Obviously, this guy makes the most unpredictable plays ever. He just like turn 1 Access Code Talker, banishes cards that don't do anything. Like, this guy is just all over the place in terms of what he does. This is like such a winnable game for me. If I lose, it actually really sucks. Yeah, it really does. Because this was such a winnable game. It was like I held on to that Ring of Destruction for the longest and didn't even get to use it, which really sucks. I gotta see what this draw is because it could be good. That's not good enough. That is not good enough, unfortunately. It's a great draw. It would have been a great draw. Actually, we would have won this duel too if I had used Ring of Destruction on. If I had used Ring of Destruction on this White Rabbit, we would have won that duel. It's actually really sad because now there's nothing I can do. It doesn't matter what I really do here. If I had used Ring of Destruction on that White Bunny, he has this too. Oh, I guess that doesn't really matter then. Yeah, I guess that doesn't matter. It's 900. I mean, yeah, I just don't. I guess it doesn't matter then. Because then I would have lost this monster anyway, and then he would have just attacked me next turn. Damn, that's pretty decent. You know what's crazy too? He has all of these garbage Cyberse monsters. He doesn't draw any of those monsters. He draws just Maliss stuff. He doesn't draw the nonsense. He only draws the Maliss. The actual good stuff. Just the Maliss stuff. Alright, so yep, we wiped that. That was definitely a winnable duel, but this guy was just so unpredictable that he just like... I was holding on to resources, but he just didn't like... He made such odd plays that actually threw me off. I definitely could have played better. Alright, this is what my opponent was playing. They were actually playing barely a Maliss deck. I mean, they're playing more trap cards than monsters, and they're playing all this nonsense, but unfortunately they didn't draw into the nonsense. They drew into the Maliss stuff, but yeah, very interesting deck. Access Code Talker turn 1. I've never seen somebody make so many suboptimal plays that ended so well for him, and then of course I did. I should have popped things when I had the chance. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. We're playing some very specific hand traps, but depending on what he's playing, they could come up. Obviously, Phantasma is useful against other decks, not just Maliss. Best against Maliss, but it can be used against other stuff. We got Ken Dog 15. He's setting. See, this is the one thing about this deck is like your opponent has to do something, otherwise you're doing nothing. And that's kind of the... We do have some cards that trigger themselves, like, and I want to pull more of them, stuff like Kashtira Ogre. I would love to pull more Kashtiras, but obviously it's a little bit of a struggle. We're going to Nadir Servant right off the bat. There's a few things we can send. Probably send Spell Trap Card Destruction Man. We'll probably start off with that. Maxi, I wasn't going to special summon. Neither from the extra deck nor from the main deck. I wasn't going to special summon. Bestial Baldrake. Let me see here. So I can send Convoy. Banish, target, spell trap card, destroy. That's probably best. But also we can send Cloud Dragon, and then we can have something to summon Baldrake with. Or we can send... I think that's pretty much... I think spell trap card, Destruction Man is probably best to send. I think he's the best, because then we search Ecclesia, we normal her, we can destroy this before we even get to anything else. So that's already pretty good. And then later on, we can probably use Baldrake once they destroy Ecclesia. We'll pop this one. Droplets, I'll take it. I'll take a Droplets Destruction. We're up in card advantage. It's already pretty good. We'll add Dogmatic Punishment. This is not an activatable card because he would have activated if he could. And we just run to the battle phase here, attack directly. We do have main phase 2. We do have... I'm going to set Torrential. I don't think Needle Sealing is particularly necessary here. So we'll set Dinomicious and Dogmatic Punishment. We'll set 3, we'll reserve this, and then we'll discard things based on... We'll discard something for Paleozoic Dinomicious. We'll see what we have to discard. I don't know what our opponent has and what they're playing, but I think it's redundant to set both Torrential and Needle Sealing when they do pretty much the same thing. And my opponent scoops. I don't know why they scoop. I didn't have much going on there, but neither did they. Alright, here's what my opponent was playing. They were playing Labyrinth. Oof. I'll be honest with you. We probably would have lost this one. We would have, if they just stuck around, we would have lost it. They scooped. But there's like a million different ways we lose this duel. All of my cards trigger all of their cards. Like this was an awful matchup. We completely lucked out. We completely lucked out. This would have been a loss. All right, let's open up a master pack. Undeserved, honestly. Undeserved because they would have beaten us 100%. We have a UR. I honestly don't even think I deserve anything good out of this one. Not only did I misplay the previous game, but the game after, I just got lucked out completely. But the funny thing is, sometimes we have the most hard wins ever. We fight for our lives, and then we pull garbage. So, if anything, maybe it's just delayed. Lazulu, Paladin, Super Heavy Samurai, Security, Scrap Iron Signal, this weird dude, another copy of this, probably have 3 or 4. We have a super rare here, which is the Gungan Sous Ship. We have a new Sous Ship. We have been using a Sous Ship for the longest. We cut it eventually. Now, here's the story with Sous Ships. We now have 2 extra deck monsters. So we have this Sous Ship, and we have this Sous Ship. We actually probably have like 8 of these at this point. Legitimately, we have like 8 of these. We don't have this yet, I don't think, but I can check. Here's the story. We don't have this card at all. You need it to get the secondary effects of these cards. We don't have this. We might have some of these other Sous Ships. I don't know if we've got this. Probably not. It's a super rare. But the big issue is we don't have this very, very low rarity card. And to be realistic, Sous Ships, as good of a deck as it is, it's still kind of... It's shaky, honestly. It's not... I honestly don't know if pure Sous Ships are better than our Rank 4 Turbo, like Diamond 2 deck. I honestly don't know which ones. I honestly do not know which one's better, Diamond 2 or like a pure Sous Ship deck. I guess with the Sous Ship engine would probably make our Rank 4 deck a lot better. If you just gave me the entire Sous Ship engine, it would make the Rank 4 deck better, but I don't know to what degree. So it's cool to see that we got this. If this is Exceed Summon, you can get additional effects based on the Sous Ship that you use. So Shari, which is the regular rice, this one right here, if you use this, you draw a card, which is nice. That's the same thing that the other one does. And then you can add a Gungan Sous Ship. You can add a Gungan Spell Trap card. This is if you use this. So the ingredients like this. If you use this, then you get it. Okay, cool. You have to add a card, so you get to search. So cool. You can potentially do both in sequence. So you can draw a card and search. Gungan Sous Ship cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects and gain attack equal to their own defense. They have low defense, so that usually doesn't come up too much. But it's cool to see. Hopefully we pull some others. And then let's see what we got here. I don't even know if I can use this. Let's see. If you control no monsters, or your opponent controls a monster, 2,000 or more attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do special summon 1 light, level 8, monster from your deck in defense position. Dark. Okay, that's not actually bad. That's actually good. And honestly, that probably can fit into our current deck. Its effects are negated. Whatever. Here's the story. Here's the story. This is a free 2,000 attack special summon. If I control no monsters. This is what I was just talking about. Cards like Cashtier Ogre. And then once per turn, you're going to special summon for your extra deck except Dragon Exceed monsters. Let's do a little investigation. Let's go see if we can use this. This is exactly what I was requesting. I would use this even if I didn't play another level 8. Like, I would just use this as a free 2,000 attack monster special summon because it requires nothing. It's like a Cashtier. If you have nothing, you just summon it. That's it. And if your opponent has a big monster, then you also get to do it. So that's cool. Let's go investigate. Okay, let's figure things out here. So we're gonna put this on here. What did we just pull? Oh yeah, let's put newest first. Newest first. There we go. So this we just obtained. That's cool to know. But more importantly, let's check the Sous Ships first. See what we've got. We have nothing. Like nothing. It's actually insane. Low rarity, low rarity, low rarity. 5 of these, low rarity, low rarity. None of it. It's actually crazy because we've been at this for over a year now. To pull nothing from the archetype other than 5 copies of this card is a little bizarre. But it is what it is. We're playing, a challenge where things are random. So let's investigate what's going on with this Infinity Dragon right here. So this is a free special summon, so I think it goes in. But let's see what we can actually do. It's a level 8 light or dark dragon. So let's do that real quick. Light, dark, level 8. And dragon. So dragon and then level 8. So let's see if we have anything worth summoning or worth playing. Okay, so we have this big thing. It's a brick. I guess we can maybe play this. We'll see. We can summon this. It blows itself up. This card's special from the graveyard, target monster. Banish it. I don't know if I want to run that. I need to run something that's like, if your opponent controls a monster with 2,000 or more attack, special summon this card. Okay, so this card right here, the one that we just saw, one that I just added to my deck, I think this guy right here is this guy. Yeah, it's the same guy. It's actually the same guy. It's a retrain of this guy. So He's potentially there for that. Yeah, he's potential. This card, you can send one Fallen of Alabazar branded spell trap card. I don't play any branded spell trap cards, and I don't want to play any branded spell trap cards, so that's kind of going to be a brick. We can use this guy. He's not terrible, actually. But he doesn't summon himself for free. This guy's decent if you control level 8. If you control a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, then destroy all monsters. You control... Can't special monsters except dark monsters. Once per chain during your main phase. Link one monster. This card's kind of trash. I mean, it's a free special summon, but I have to blow my own stuff up to do it. Okay, there's some Dark Hole Dragon. Technically, I can summon 2 if card is blown up by a card that doesn't target. So right now, Dark Hole Dragon. Okay, so right now, Dark Hole Dragon is on potentially there. Nebula Dragon. We don't have a bad rank 8 pile. I'm looking at it like we really don't have a bad rank 8 pile. We have the Chaos Emperor Dragon. We have the Galactic Spiral Dragon. This Memento Dragon. We have this Hieratic Dragon. Galaxy Eyes, Afterglow. Okay, so there's a lot of cards here that are decent to summon. I think the best one is this one right here, this Limit Dragon, because he's just a free special summon. I think he's good. Also, there's better payoff cards to summon, but the issue is if we draw just them, then they're dead. Also, Dark Hole Dragon is decent, but we don't really have any cards here that destroy... Actually, we do have cards that destroy non-targeting, stuff like Needle Sealing, stuff like Torrential Tribute, but I don't want to brick on dumb shit, so I'd rather just have a free summon than a conditional free summon. I have enough conditional free summons in here. Even though this is technically also a conditional free summon, I would actually rather just have this, so I'll just save these two, right? So that's good. Now we change up the game real quick, and we go turn these off, and we go... Actually, hold on a second. What is that? This requires me to Exceed summon Dragon XYZ monster. So now I can take this off and just go Exceed level 8, because obviously I'm summoning level 8. So we have Draglubion, Hieratic Sun, Dragloon, and this guy who I can't use because I think the game gives you him for free. So I can't use him. We can do target when does control that. Okay, so that's that. You detach from material, tribute any monsters, your hand, the field, destroy cards equal. That doesn't target, it's non-target destruction. I guess we'll... Ooh, that's not bad, actually. With Dark Hole Dragon, that's not actually terrible. We might play the Dark Hole Dragon, actually, now that I think about it. Because I can actually use this, summon Dark Hole Dragon, activate this, tribute a card, pop a card, doesn't target. And then we summon Dark Hole Dragon back for free. So that actually is a pretty cool combo that can potentially work here. So I will be playing this. I can cut Underclock Taker. I don't think I'll be using that. Draglubion. This locks you into Exceed monsters, Dragon Exceed monsters, right? I can use Draglubion, but like, what am I going to summon the Draglubion? I don't think there's anything really relevant for us. We probably have like Hard Earth Dragon or something like that, but I don't know if that's completely... Actually, we have other level 8s too. Now that I think about it, this is level 8, this is level 8, this is level 8. We only have 3 level 8s, actually. Never mind. That's not enough to really be reasonable enough to play. Yeah, Draglubion has related cards. Oh yeah, he's in this archetype. Actually, it just shows me every number card ever. Okay, that's a lot to look through right now. It's a lot to look through. So we'll do that. I think that's pretty good. And then Dark Hole Dragon. Dark Hole Dragon I want to try out because that is a really cool combo. If we pull this off with Dark Hole Dragon, yeah, we summon this, we activate this, we summon this, special summon Dark Hole Dragon, activate this, tribute a card, pop, summon back Dark Hole Dragon, potentially go for game. That's actually kind of cool. So, you know what I'll do? Since we're in gold and I am experimenting and I don't really care, there's no way that's not... Come on, man. Since I'm in gold and I'm experimenting, I'll throw in a Dark Hole Dragon. Because Dark Hole Dragon, technically, I'll increase the amount of these that I have. Never mind. Didn't I have 3? I could have sworn I had 3. Did I decraft it? I could have sworn I used to play 3 of this. Is something in my head wrong? Did I decraft this card by accident? I don't think I did. No, there's got to be something wrong here. Whatever. There's other cards that, like this doesn't target, this doesn't target, this doesn't target. So those cards all don't target. I'm trying to see other destruction cards that don't target. Do I have others? This targets for sure. Let's see, this doesn't have anything to do with destruction. I guess these two negate summons, so they don't count. We have a couple cards here that destroy. We'll save this for now. We'll save this for now, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, we lost the coin flip. I made this a going second deck, and I've lost every coin flip since. It's actually kind of incredible. We've lost every single coin flip since. I'm like, no, I didn't make it going second. I made it going first. Like, I was like, oh, never mind. I'll start going first with this deck. Nope, losing every coin flip. Okay, so this opponent's playing Odd Eyes. I had a little intrusion I had to deal with, but he's setting up shop here. He's got Iris, Sky Iris, Supreme, Odd Eyes. He's got a 4 and a 5. Oh boy, what are you doing? Like, your mind, he popped shit, so it didn't matter. Now, there's a possibility he's playing Metal Foes Electromite. But if he's a bonehead and he's pure Odd Eyes, he's not playing Metal Foes Electromite. In which case, Phantasme is dead. But we hope for the best. We hope for the best. These are 4s and 4s, and what is going on here? Our boy did nothing at all. 4/4 scale, nothing. Open Sky Iris. And this is another kind of issue with the deck, as you will see here. I can't punish. I cannot punish my opponent until... I can't punish my opponent until they do something. That's a big issue with this deck, is you can't do anything unless they do something. So you can't just be like, oh cool, they bricked, let me just go full combo and win. Like, this deck doesn't do that. It responds to your opponent. And it's always kind of been the issue with trap decks, but this deck in general, your opponent has to do something. So I'm going to actually go ahead and use the Paleozoic Dinomycius in response to this. He's going to do that? Absolutely not. I'm going to Paleozoic Dinomycius. I think I'm going to discard the Phantasme. I don't need it, and I'm probably going to use these Archfiends before I use that Phantasme. So, but then again, these are once per turn. This guy I'll probably just do this. I think it's easier this way. And then I definitely will trigger this for sure. And I think there's just a greater likelihood of me being able to use two Archfiends before I use one Phantasme. And I hope I don't regret it. Damn it. Floodgate Trap Hole. That's just getting booked forever. So we'll activate this Paleozoic. So we'll get a free monster back. This monster is booked till the end of time. I am never getting... Unless I tribute over these two. Still get to resolve this. Grab a Storming. Storming against pure pendulums, not the best. Not the best at all. This is actually a really good card. We don't have any of this. This is one of those things. It's like, it's a rare. Like, we have 0. Insane, because it's like such a great card. Imperial Iron Wall. That's for the Maliss matchup, not for this. Okay, I can tribute these two, but why would I do that? I'll just summon it whenever I need to later, and we'll attack. Are they ever going to banish? I don't think they're even going to banish. I'll just end here. They're playing a pendulum deck. Like, I don't think they're going to banish. So I'd rather not clog my back row and then lose the duel because I clogged my back row. And also, evenly matched is not going to happen here. It's not looking like it's going to happen. End phase again. Fantastic. Now again, oof. That I might actually tribute for. Because that'll seal the deal. Now that I might actually tribute for. I think that I tribute for. Then if he does have a trap card in response, we get to trigger our Labyrinth Archfiend. Yeah, I'm gonna that was just too. This is too good to. You can't give up on. You can't give out. This is too good, because then I can just look at his. He can have that Time Lord booking my stuff. Okay, so what do I not want him to get to? Quaking is annoying, but not annoying enough. This Time Lord's actually really annoying. Do I have an out to the Time Lord? Yeah, I have the Mirror Force. I have the Bottomless. Not the Bottomless. I have this. They can't be destroyed. Yeah, I think we just get rid of this Quaking. It's just more dangerous. We do 28 real quick. Main phase 2. What else did he have? Did he have anything that has any banishing relevance whatsoever? It's just like a Time Lord that banishes. Shuffle all cards. Your opponent's graveyard. Irrelevant to me. Yep, nothing. So we just pass here. Also, I don't want to Imperial Iron Wall because then I can't banish off the Kashtira Ogre. So, no thank you. Alright, so he just drew Sphere Mode. Obviously, that does less than nothing right now. Sphere Mode is not relevant to the game state. End phase. Again, I need him to put a monster. If he puts one monster into play, I win. Oof, can't do anything. If your opponent controls a monster 2,000 or more, special on this card from you. Can't do it. Go to battle phase. And we'll attack. Yep, we'll definitely activate again. 5 cards. Yep. Time Lord's gone. Monster Reborn. Making Monster Reborn. For sure. Yeah, so... yeah, this Time Lord's just too annoying. It's gone for sure. He can have the Monster Reborn. He can take a monster out of our graveyard. And we just end phase again. We just end phase because it doesn't matter. We have Bottomless. So if he does summon something from our graveyard, we Bottomless Labyrinth Archfiend. And we have more monsters on board than we did before. Yep, Monster Reborn just as expected. Just as expected. Probably Phantasma if I'm him. Yep, Phantasma. Does this target? Does our Bottomless target? Nope, it destroys, but it does not target. So, on summon, 100%, we're going to activate Bottomless. If it was the Paleozoic, yep, that gets destroyed, and we just activate Labyrinth Archfiend. If we had Paleozoic, he actually could have negated that effect, so now we summon this. Activate nothing because this is our only target for this. I took out the Vidjon package because it was a little bricky. I saw Vidjon way more than I saw Cubic Ascension. Okay, and that wraps it up. I don't know what this guy was playing. I don't think he's a bot. His name is great. Like it's just his name is just great. So I don't think there's anything going on there, anything suspicious. This is unfortunately a water monster, so I can't do anything crazy. Nope, no need to do that. Let's just attack. Let's get out of here. Let's go open some more packs. Let's not waste too much time. Alright, so we just ranked up, and we're in Gold 3, which is not a huge accomplishment at all. Okay, so here's what our opponent was playing. I have no idea what's going on here. It's some sort of a book your opponent. This is a real person. This is not a bot. 2 Odd Eyes Arc Ray Dragons Royal Rare. Of all the Royal Rares that you could get in this game, he gets 2 of these. Incredible. And then we've got, like I said, kind of like an Odd Eyes... pure Odd Eyes deck, sort of. A very newbie deck. He's got like the Winged Dragon of Ra, the Immortal Phoenix to summon off of it. Like this is one of those games where this guy could catch a meta player off guard. Like a meta player could go off and he can like Winged Dragon of Ra, summon this, triple tactics, Raigeki real quick. Like this guy can actually probably catch a random like meta player off their game. Okay, let's open up a master pack and hopefully get something of great use. Great utility. Another guaranteed UR. This is great. Again, it just depends on what they are. It doesn't matter. There are a lot of guaranteed URs. Don't mean shit because they're just not useful. Hyper Psychic Riser, Trickstar Fusion, already got that. Samurai Skull, already got that. Mech Lord Assembly, already got that. Gen X Alley, solid. Mermail King. This guy has a bunch of like reactive effects. We could probably get away with using them in certain decks. Water, yeah, your opponent cannot target water monsters. This card points to with card effects, whatever. Water monsters sent to the graveyard. You can equip one Abyss, 2 specific. If add one more, yeah, this is probably not going to be useful for us. We've got a super rare here, Medallion of the Ice Barrier. Add an Ice Barrier monster from your deck to your hand, not once per turn. I don't know which Ice Barriers we've got. I don't think there are any that can really help us. This is a synchro strategy. Our best strategies are X-Seeds, but I can check what we've got. And then for the UR, we've got Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, which actually is a very good card. But it's at 1. Do we play it at 1? I don't know. It's a very good card. We definitely have Kaijus. It's a very good card. It searches Kaijus. We summon Kaijus. Like a lot of things about this are very good. And we've kind of got this big monster deck right now that we're kind of... we're messing with it right now. Like it's kind of decent. So I'm kind of happy about this, but... obviously, it's one of those cards you want to have 3 of it. Also, we pulled a Gamma Seal recently. We'll go check things out. We got to check this stuff out, All right, let's take a look real quick. If only there was a Dragon Kaiju, then we can just summon it off the off this guy, and then we don't have to play any additional bricks. So let's look at the Kaijus. We've got Raidens, Gamma Seal, Godarla, Anti-Kaiju, Thunder King. We could play a ton of Kaijus, I guess. We do have some decent ones here. We have Gamma Seal, and that's what's important. We have the little guy and then all of the big guys, so that's pretty decent. We have Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. At 1, it really is kind of like you're playing 2 bricks, sort of bricks. And Kaijus aren't as good as they used to be because it's like that 1-for-1 trade is just not as great as it once was. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Interrupted Kai, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I might not, maybe not right now. Maybe next episode, depending on what you guys say. I might play that in, because that actually works with the Darkhold Drag and a variety of other stuff with the Lightning Storm, the Darkholder. I spent this episode trying to turn my going second trap deck into a going first trap deck, and trying to make it 40 cards instead of 60 cards. What I've done is go from 50 to 53, potentially 54, 55, 56, and on top of that, I made it even more going second than it once was, because now we're playing even more going second cards. It's actually kind of crazy. It's the opposite is happening of what I wanted to happen, but whatever. It is what it is. So here we can look up what we've got in terms of ice barriers. Like I said, this deck, we have this and we have this, which are decent. We're missing this right here, the Trishula Zero and the other Trishula, the OG Trishula, these two, which are kind of like the boss monsters that you kind of float into this, then float into this. That's what we're missing. We have this guy, but he doesn't really do enough unless he can float into these two, which is kind of sucks. Yeah, we can't really float into these two. We also don't have like General Raiho if we wanted a non, kind of like main strategy. We're also missing a bunch of these like random new ones that are really good. Like this, and we have one of this, but you need more. And then we've also got the one that is really good, the one that lets you tribute and summon tokens, this right here, Mirror Mage. So we are missing a lot from this archetype, but I'd say pretty decent pulls overall. Okay, we won the coin flip, and the hand's not looking too shabby. Honestly, I think we set this, we set the Trap Hole Nightmare. We'll save this because our life points aren't low anyway, and then we'll just set this and pass. And if we have to discard Ferret Flames for the Dinomicious, I think that's a fair enough trade. We didn't draw any monsters, but we have a lot here in terms of interruptions, so that definitely could work for us. Okay, he's going to summon Elemental Doriado. You can choose 4 monsters, then place them on top of the deck in any order. You can go ahead and do that, man. Okay, he's going to place a very odd variety of cards. Could be a Masochist with this nonsense. Change the order. Kazislabus. I don't even know what that means. Could be a Masochist. Could be a bot. Could go either way. I don't know. We will have to see. He's going to battle phase. Okay, so what's the story here? What are we doing? We can go Dogmatic of Punishment. And then we can send something. I don't know what we would even send. I'm looking at it like I don't know. I think the Dinomicious is probably best. The reason I'm doing this is because if I do this, we banish that. And then more importantly, this will be in graveyard, which means our other trap cards will get us a monster on board. So for that reason, I think that's the right play there. And then the rest we can kind of we could do things later. So we could Dogmatic of Punishment and see what else he's got in circulation. We'll figure things out later, but right now we kind of have to deal with what's on board. Okay, so our opponent sets 2. Imperial Iron Wall again. We've been seeing this not against Maliss, which is not good, because it does nothing against Maliss. So I think we just pass here. Again, this deck is kind of reactive, and I have been putting in more monsters. I just don't seem to see them. I see a lot of traps. Like, the cool thing about this deck is you don't need to see a lot of monsters. You just need to see monsters. Like, you just have to see... Like, this would have been sick right now. This is a free special summon, the Vanquished Soul. This has to be a Masochist. Like, it has to be. I'm not going to do anything yet, because on its own, this card does nothing. Battle phase immediately. Okay, we're going to definitely Dogmatic of Punishment this one. For sure. We're going to Dogmatic of Punishment, because this is 1700 attack, so we Dogmatic of Punishment it. And then we also bring back the Paleozoic, so we can start doing some little stabs into this guy's chest. And then we don't need to do that. So we'll do that. Paleozoic, cool. Then we'll send the little Dinosaur Man. 100% the Dinosaur Man to graveyard. That's the best one. And now we can destroy Spell Trap card, potentially. One of these two. I don't know what he's got, but we can destroy them. Right, he's going to go to end phase. I'm going to be very disappointed if this is a bot, because we're working a little too hard. We cannot draw a monster to save our lives right now. So we are going to start 100% with this. Destroy one of these 2 spells and trap cards. We'll destroy this one, because it doesn't really matter. We'll destroy this. If it's call by, he has no targets. But if it's something else, we'll see. Offerings to the Doom. That's not bad, actually. I guess he didn't want to activate that, because then he loses next draw phase. Probably best not to activate that. We're going to bottomless, set that, pass. This, I would say this has to be a Masochist. This is a very Masochist-like deck. If it's not a Masochist, it's someone who got very creative. Our regular Masochist deck would have demolished this, probably, like our Platinum Diamond 2 deck. But at the same time, a lot of the reason that this is so slow is because he's not doing anything. So I still have more interruptions. I'm just not using them. Oof, no one's trying to deal with that. But we do have Fiendish Chain, so at least that's good. Fiendish Chain basically just outs this guy automatically, yeah. We Fiendish Chain, this just becomes a 0 attack monster, and it's just negated, it's just a 0 attack level 10. So we can just attack over it without any issue. And it's good to go. Its effects are negated. Nadir Servant. Okay. Who the hell do we have left to send? Okay, Cloud Beast. No good. Okay, it's fine though. We'll activate this. We can send... I don't want to send Cloud Beast. Actually, I'll send Cloud Beast. This is a face-up card or target one face-up card. Return it. I don't want to return this because then you can just summon an extra. So I don't want to return that. This negates. Doesn't matter. I don't have anything worth negating right now. What does this do? This doesn't have any relevant graveyard effect, but I can just do that. What am I least likely to summon here? Probably this. So we'll just do that. Yep, we'll grab out the Ecclesia for free. And this way we can just attack over... We're going to attack over his monster, but also we'll be able to use Ecclesia to grab another Dogmatic Punishment. Ecclesia is a huge pull. Huge, huge pull for us. Now these guys we can just attack over. Or this guy, this one guy. And then we just attack over this. Main phase 2, set the punishment, and just pass on this. Pretty decent, I'd say. If I do say so myself, we're in a pretty good position right now. Alright, he's going to set a monster. We'll see just what this is. Could be that insect thing that we've run into a couple of times that we've had trouble with. Lancia. Oof. But the insect guy is not the end of the world because we have punishment. We can tribute for this Lancia and it's 1700, but I mean, do I really want to though? I mean, I'm giving up a Paleozoic. I think I just attack. I think we just save the Lancia for later. We got the bug. Attack directly. Yep. Main phase 2, just hit the end phase. No reason to really do anything else. Yeah, I guess we could have summoned Lancia, but like, what are we getting? An upgrade of like 500 attack points. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can keep Lancia on the off chance that he uses something that needs to banish. I can just quick effect. Yeah. I'm gonna set another monster. Nope, no need. Lightning Storm. I can actually use that if I want to. If I tribute... No, never mind. I can't use that. I'm capping. I cannot use that. I'll attack over this. Why didn't he use that last turn? Hit another end phase. Yeah, this is like very interesting stuff going on here. He could have used this if he had this. He could maybe drew it out of order. He could have summoned this, used that. Yeah, he probably just drew this afterwards and couldn't use it. Like he drew this, set it, and the next turn drew this for turn. Because if he wanted to, he could have made a rank 4 there. Yep, end phase. Well, this is where we get to see if this is the end or not. Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Okay. Go to battle phase. Let's see. Let's see if this is enough. He's got a response. He's got a response. Now, we do have 3 things face down. So, even if he does summon a monster, protect its life points of some kind. Fog Blade. Is there anything I can do about that? Nope. Attack directly. Main phase 2. We're at the point where if I use Gravedigger's Trap Hole, I can end the game. Also, we could have made a Nightmare Phoenix just now too, and then pop the last ball trap card. But it's fine. I guess we save what we save. He's gonna Kaiju us. Yep, he's gonna throw us a Gamma Seal. I'll take that. I'm not gonna actually bottomless my own. I'm not gonna bottomless my own Kaiju that I'm getting for free. No thanks. No, thank you. Got Swamp Deity. I think we just try to attack. We'll see how it goes, but we'll try to attack, and if it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, then what can you do? He's got a Fiendish Target 1 monster, 2,000 more attack. Okay. And then this one cannot attack. Alright, main phase 2. I guess we end phase here. We should have done things a little differently there. I guess this card's pretty good. Target 1 monster, 2,000 or more attack. This card's not bad. It just requires a monster that's 2,000 or more attack. I should have set this Apophis, but whatever. That's actually a misplay on my part. I should have set that Apophis, but it's cool, whatever. We have like more interruptions, and we have so much like control right now that doesn't really matter unless they draw like Harpy's Feather Dust or Raigeki followed by 1-card combo. Like unless they draw specifically that, we're in a very good situation. And some of the Cosmo Lady. I'm actually just gonna. I don't think he's got a larger Cosmo in hand, so I'm just gonna activate this to banish this monster. Yep, destroy, banish. Yeah, I don't think that he had anything. Yep. No, don't want to do that. This monster returns. I didn't know it returned. Good to know. We'll again try to go to battle phase here. This Lancea, actually, you know what? This Lancea is not doing anything in my hand. So, hold on. What did it say? Set. Oh, set as a spell trap card. Right. So we're going to tribute this. Summon Lancea out. And now we're going to go to battle phase to see how it goes. We also could have just gone into a Nightmare there. Pop that, but whatever. Okay, that could have very well had been a Masochist. We're going to go check. Wow, we just completed a challenge. Perfect. So we got to go actually do that before we open any packs. Okay, this one my opponent was playing very well could have been a Masochist. Very well could have been a bot. I don't know. Could have gone either way. I mean, it could have been a Masochist. This 100% could have been a Masochist. I don't know. It's like an earlier Masochist, definitely not a later Masochist, but still, I think this very much could have been a Masochist. All right, let's try this out. We have 5 out of 8 questions. Let's begin the test. It should be easy enough. We've done enough of these by now. All right, so this can be affected by Synchro Monsters. Yep, he's unaffected by all these other things. This is Beast King Barbaros. Beast King Barbaros, the original. That's what he is. Yep. They try to throw me off with this one. Oh man, there's a lot of reading. Okay, so it will not be destroyed because it's a summoning mechanic. Nope. I guess it will. Never mind. Good to know. Miss Starboy's definitely here. That's for sure. He's right there. Okay, this is Luster Pendulum. Yep, that's him. Threw in Lecter to mess you up. This is Firewall. So it's not regular Firewall. It's not Dark Fluid, I don't think. It's probably Singularity. Yep. Slight differences. Okay, how did she get her metal arm? I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea. Purchase and restore. It's probably one of these two. I'm gonna say it's this one. Purchased it in the store. On the base. Didn't know that. Alright, who's pictured? Tri-Brigade Kit is sitting there, right there. She's sitting right there in that. So, I think we got it. We cleared it 6 out of 8. We were supposed to get 5. We overperformed. Great. Let's go. Let's go get our... Oh, we got it just an Incarnation Ibly. That's all we get. But it's cool. I'll take it for free. And then we check what else we've got here. The next one gives us a D-Force. And then the clear conditions are... Complete in a duel. Complete in a duel? Like compete in a duel. Okay. And then banish an opponent's card. Okay, we've done that. We've done both of these. We'll get them eventually. Alright, let's open up some one master pack. Let's open up a master pack, see what we get. Got another holo potentially here. Sometimes it glows and it tricks us, but sometimes it actually does have a holo. We've got 2 Melodious cards. Assault Wyvern. Stego Cyber, Staring Contest, the Mateon, and Icebound God. So, I'm always pulling repeats. And there's somebody, and last time I was like, you know, there are a lot of rares that we still haven't pulled that are really good. Like Clockwork Knight and other rares. And sometimes I'll say that. And I'll get comments like this all the time that say, rares are the hardest cards in the entire game to pull. We pull repeat rares non-stop. There's 5 on screen right now. We have all these cards. We don't use them. Maybe this, actually. This is not a bad pull. So I'll take this. But, like, we pull them all the time. Some of them, this card, we probably have 6, 7 copies of at this point. I'll go check afterwards, but it's a disaster. Do you have the Ashen Field spell? I cannot use that. I don't have any other Ashen cards, and I think this deck is fairly high rarity. You are a bunch of rares. You are SR. You are SR, SR, rare. Too high rarity for me. Can't use it. Yep, just like I said, we have 7 copies of this. Okay, let's open up the Legacy tickets. I actually haven't opened them. I think last episode I forgot to open them, so should be good. We're just going to skip this time around. Okay, here's what we got. This is actually not bad. It's actually not bad. Okay, so we've got Last Warrior from Another Planet, which if we summon this, we win. But you need to summon it. How do you summon it? That card that if you're like the cards that cheat this out of the extra deck can summon. It's a decent card. If we can cheat it out, that's great. Stream, Dragon, the Ruler of Droplets. This is our second copy. We have a Royal Rare and a regular one now. This isn't bad if we want to use it in some kind of a water deck. We have a title, and we have 2 copies of this now. So we have triple access to the title. We have Perform Mage, Trick Clown, which legitimately is one of the best cards in like the entirety of this thing. Great for our Spellcaster deck. I don't know how great it's going to be in other decks, but this is great for our Spellcaster deck. We might have to remake. This card is absolutely fantastic. If you detach it from Xyz material, you can summon it, which is great. So I can like summon it off of the I can use it with the Galaxy Photon Dragon, detach, search Eternal Galaxy, trigger this in graveyard, summon it back, have halfway to another rank 4. It's a really great card. Marshmallow, cool card, funny card. I loved it as a kid. There's a lot of new stuff. How did we get so much new stuff? I don't know. Dark Lucius. It's a level monster. Enough said. All warrior monsters gain 400 attack. No thank you. What else do we got here? Test Ape. This for gladiator beasts. Booten. Treat as a tuner. Too slow. Capacitor Stalker. This guy for starter deck Kaiba. Blessings of the Nile. Looks like Necro Valley. Definitely isn't Necro Valley. Soul Strike. Fluffle Crane. Another card we have. Okay, that wasn't actually that bad. That was 4 legacy tickets. Pretty good. I'm very happy with that, actually. Got 2 morons. So that's not going to work. But actually, that Perform Mage, Trick Clown maybe opens up some crazy possibilities. La, 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 la.